Hey kids, it's X-Ray Vision coming to you live from another secret undisclosed location. I am the man in black today with the black background and a mostly black beard for the no shave till pulse chain, and had a good friend of ours reach out, Mr. Mark Wild, who wrote the really sweet book. I've got it right here. I've got it within reaching distance because I've been going through this one. I got through the beginning of the history of money, which is really, really detailed. I can't believe how much information you fit into just the beginning chapters of this about the history of money and what's going on. But he said, hey, let's do a giveaway. Let's hook some people up with books. So we'll be taking some, doing some trivia and some fun stuff with the audience tonight. And if you guys want to be one of the lucky winners, he's willing to send you either an ebook or a physical paper book. So, I mean, what more can you ask? He's a generous man. How's it going? I spoke to you, I believe it was maybe 3 months ago was our stream, and I chopped it up into smaller pieces so people could digest the whole thing at once, and a bunch of people really enjoyed that. And yeah, so what's happened since then? Are you in Bangkok currently, or in Thailand, I mean?
Yes. Hey, thanks very much for having me again. Yeah, you're right. I think it was about 3 months, 3 months ago. Yeah, probably just before launch or just after. No, before launch of the book, probably. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still in Bangkok. Well, most of the time in Thailand, pretty much since we spoke last time. I think so. Everything is good. Yeah, the book is selling. The people are buying either the ebook or the printed version. Actually, printed version proved to be more popular than I expected. I guess it makes sense in a way because it's something you can actually give physically to someone who is asking questions about crypto and so on, and being like, here it goes, or maybe Christmas gifts it was, or maybe birthday gifts or whatever. Just like so it was a good idea to make the printed version because I was hesitating for a while. Now it seems it's working. Yeah, I think we have. Still a bear market, so probably not as many copies went out there to the world as I would like to see. But I think every 500 or every 1,000 books, it's potentially thousands of readers, especially if people pass the book, and that means hundreds and thousands of people potentially learning about what we are doing here, about Richard Hart's ecosystem, and who knows? Sometimes all it takes is 1, 2, 3 people to pump us back to the moon, or it will just take hundreds and hundreds of others who at least will join our initiative here, and hopefully be where we are, be where others are, and do the right thing with their money and with their crypto.
Yeah, and as we were saying in the green room, bear market changes a lot of things. Bear market numbers are totally skewed because here we are, we're at the bottom of the market or close to the bottom of the market and capitulation. So every time I get a viewer or every time I get a subscriber, I pretend that it's 100 because there's that crazy time during the bull market where everyone wants to buy crypto. Everyone wants to learn about crypto. The YouTubers are getting millions of views, right? Because everyone wants to win. And so I think we can use your book as a top signal with a market, because right now you've got all these books, you got them ready to go, and people are buying and sharing them because the Hexcan community is amazing. But at some point they're going to be flying off the shelves. Everyone's going to want to read them, and you're going to have to order another printing. And when you can't keep up demand, that's the time to sell crypto right there. Like that's the top mark. You know, when everyone is asking for your help, oh, how do I buy Hex? How do I buy Bitcoin? Like everyone, that's the time that it's like, oh, you better take some profits, baby, because that's a top signal, right?
It could be one, definitely, yes.
So I'm gonna have you send me a message when you're like printing like your third print and be like, dude, I can't keep up. And I'll be like, all right, good to know. And I'll ching cash some of those coins out, right?
Yeah, I could start posting the charts of sales, like if it's picking up, and then, maybe it will, kind of reflect as well the, this famous market psychology chart, so like if we see that, like getting very, very steep top or something, then it's like, oh, okay, that's like maybe the book is topping out, so maybe the
Yeah.
market as well.
Yeah. When we're getting tons and tons of views on our how-to videos, you better be taking some profits. Sell a little bit of your stack when that starts happening. We got Samantha in the chat again. It's good to see you. She's an awesome supporter of our community. We appreciate her. The only one that does not have a wrench in our in our chat because she likes it that way. And then we've also got, um, let's see here. I was going to ask you really quickly, what is the weather there in Thailand?
Well, in general, we have three seasons, right? It's hot, hotter, and hottest. Right now, we are coming out of, some people think it's our winter, so I can't tell you in Fahrenheit, but in Celsius, that will be about 32 today.
Mm-hmm.
Should be what, 86, 90 Fahrenheit, something like that. So maybe around 86. My guess, from the last time I was checking, I don't know the exact calculation. So that's how it is pretty much every day, right? We had quite, for local standards, we had quite cool January and December. So that was between, I would say, 22 to 27 most of the time, Celsius, right? So yeah, it's still hot by many standards, for many people, right? So actually, my father
That's
visited me here in January, and he was coming from Poland. So it was -6 Celsius in Poland and +28 when he landed in the evening here. So that's quite a shock for start.
yeah, definitely, and it's been cold. I think the term is cold as balls here. It is
Mhm.
freezing here. It's so cold everywhere I go. It's been dumping snow, and I've been thinking I've got to get into the heat. Samantha says, in chat, she says she loves the heat. She also says, "I feel special." Well, Samantha, you are special, and uh, I'll I'll have to DM you and see exactly what area you live in the warm area because I might have to send some Amazon Prime stuff down your way. We got Tin Top, who's always in the house. What's up, Hexicans? Good to see you, man. And yeah, I wanted to get on here with Mark, talk about the book, get some updates from him, what's going on in his life, and then I also wanted to go over the scavenger hunt because we did fund another treasury for the scavenger hunt. The first treasury was only 100 USDC, where we're trying to help people in the community. I believe you gave us uh, a goal that you're working on as well. And was it for the travel site, or it might have been the book? We're trying to get some orders for the book, if I'm right. Let's see here. If not, then we need to set a goal. But
Hmm.
I've got a lot of stuff here on the website. Let me see really quick here. I'm going to share the screen and jump
Mhm.
into my little website and go over some of these goals that we have. And I definitely need to I need to update it because let me actually pull up this banner right here. So this is the new address. So I'm going to actually copy this and or maybe I can't. I think I have a way to put it into the chat so people can copy it. I'll put it in the show notes as well. But if you guys go to this address right now, you'll see there's about $200 in their USDC and a little bit of Ethereum for you to move it out if you get the words. And we also set up one. We set up one word already that we shared, and I don't think I have it here on here, but I can actually remember it from the top of my head. The number one, the first word, the first seed word that we gave away, which by the way, folks, we're doing what you're never supposed to do. You're never supposed to give out your seed words, especially on YouTube. But this is how the scavenger hunt works. But the first word that we gave out earlier when we started this one is neglect. So neglect is the first seed word inside of this new treasure chest that someone's going to crack open and walk away with. And then we have obviously 11 more words that we're going to be sharing. But let me go back to sharing the screen right here. Present, share screen, tab. Here we go, right there, share. So here's the screen. And I'm not sure if I froze or not. I usually freeze when I share the screen. Yeah, I froze. That's a decent fit picture of my face. So here's the website, my little website. And if you go here and you click on either Scavenger Hunt up here at the top, or just scroll down and there's a big, click here for details. Here's a list. This is actually the last one that someone took the money from. Well, I got a little bit crazy in one of my streams, and we dropped all 6 words, and they weren't in order. So there was like 179 million combinations, and someone cracked it almost immediately. So someone knows how to run a script that just goes through all the combinations and feeds them into a wallet. But yeah, we've got Vibra Finance, Craig Waddings, Black Hexagon, NT Friars, Crypto Coffee, Crypto Cabana or Cabana Cryptos, Real Kinetics, Sloths, Cryptographics, Randy Hilarski, all the people that we are part of our awesome community here. And now, obviously, Mark, which I thought I added one of these to here, but we should come up with one right here. We should come up with a goal right now.
Mm-hmm.
Here, so let's say we want to hit another 100 books. How's that sound?
Yeah,
So
sounds good. Sounds
okay,
good.
I'm gonna write that down. So when
Mm-hmm.
we hit 100 more book sales for Mark Wild, I'm gonna put that down. So when I
Mm-hmm.
do update this will be here. So Mark Wild, 100 more book sales. And so when we hit this number right here, we'll reveal another one of these words. And I'm pretty sure we've already hit a couple of these goals on the screen, and we just haven't gone through and double checked, or reached out to these people to stream with us and reveal these words. But yeah, Crypto Heartbeat, Gen Hex, Rags to Riches. Actually, this is an old one. We were trying to get his Christmas drive up to 5K, and there's the Ethereum address for him. And I'm pretty sure he's already handed that over to the boxing club that he was raising funds for. Hexius Man. There's a lot going on. So if you guys want to get in on this, we're going to update this one. And again, this address right here, if you run that on etherscan.io, you're going to see the $200 sitting in there, and you're also going to see a little bit of ETH to get it moved out. So Tintop says, as in never neglect security, LOL. Yeah, never neglect security. Don't share your seed words with anyone, especially people on the internet. He also says, jump in the ARV, head south. We tried heading south. We went all the way to North Carolina, and when we got there, it was freezing. It was freezing cold. We didn't even get to run our bikes around. But let's do this. If you guys we got 3 viewers, so your chances of winning a book are pretty damn good. It's basically you got a 1 in 1 chance right now. Hopefully, we get some more people in here from Twitter. So go ahead and tweet it out and let people know we're going to give away some of Mark's books here. And I was going to do some trivia, and of course, Mark, being the good hexagon that he is, said, "Why don't we do some hex trivia?" Do you happen to have any questions? I'll let you ask a question about a trivia question. The first person in chat that replies is going to get one of these books. How does that sound, Mark?
Yeah, okay, that could be this, no problem. Shall I do it now, or you want to wait for more people to come over?
Let's do one right now and reward these 3 or 4. Up, boom. See, you start giving stuff away, people come running, Mark. So I say we reward these 3 people here right away with one of that they got good shot at this, a 1 in 3 shot, 1 in 4 shot. So go ahead and fire away a question. We'll see who gets it right in chat first.
Okay, let me. I have to come up with something from the top of my head. Okay. When was the big payday, and what happened on that day?
All right, when was a big payday? What happened on that day? I'm still a little fuzzy over what happened on that day. I mean, I know what happened, but I still don't actually remember where those coins came from directly.
I mean, we are looking for, I think, for the most basic answer to actually, to
Awesome.
check understanding of big payday, right? We will not be going into details, I guess.
I remember that day I was working that day. I actually don't know what date it was, but I was working that day as a truck driver and I was running around. I was hooking up hoses to unload some powdered lime. And I was checking my phone and checking with the hoses and checking my phone and watching the insanity that was going on. And we got Get Hex says, "Good afternoon, fellows. Good to see you, Get Hex. Thank you very much for stopping by and hanging out with us tonight. If you've just shown up, we've got an address of our giveaway on the screen. Actually, let me unfreeze my camera there. Yep, that's it right there. Let's see here. There we go. Boom. And we're back. There we go. So whoever types in chat first what date Big Payday was is going to get a free book from Mark. And I wish I had some of the Jeopardy music to play right now. All right, I've got some music. Let's throw some of this on right here. We'll turn it down a little bit because it might be a little loud. So, what date was Big Payday and what happened on that day is the trivia question that we're waiting for someone to hit us up and chat with. And in the meantime, like I said, let me go through some of my goals and some of the ways that people can unlock more words and see if there's any words that we're going to be unlocking as well. How does that sound? And let me know how loud the music is if it gets too loud, because sometimes it can get a little bit distracting. Here we go. Scavenger hunt. Okay, so Craig Wadding, we need to get more subs on his YouTube channel because we actually nuked his last channel. Did you hear about that goal, Mark?
Say that again. Sorry, I lost you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Mm-hmm.
I was saying that look at this. Get Hex already has an answer. We had a goal to help Mark Wild with his Google AdSense on his YouTube channel, and he ended up accidentally deleting the entire channel trying to fix it. So he had to start from scratch, and now we're trying to build his subscribers base back up from scratch, unfortunately. So we got the 17th of November 2019 question mark. That's close. That's I'm pretty sure. I believe that the first day of Hex was like December 2nd, 2019. So it's definitely after December 2019. I think you're very, very close. I think you're just off by a year on that one. Yeah, it's just 19th of November. I'm not sure the date. I think, Mark, you know the date, correct?
Yes, it was 19th of November, yeah.
Okay, so you got the 19th of November, but what year was it? Because this date that you put down, Get Hex, is actually a year before Hex launch, or actually it's a month
amount
before
before
Hex
2 weeks.
launch.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So you're extremely painfully close. Get Hex if you want to throw another answer in there. I don't know why Tin Top and Samantha aren't lightning fingering this thing in, because they really need to jump on here and get themselves a free book. And look at this. So that was that one. Black Hexen wants 250 votes for the Hex Awards, and I believe that we're shy of that by like 30 votes the last time I asked her about that one. Vibrant Finance wants to hit 1,000 subs. I know he's been shadow banned quite a bit, and so he's all the way up to 486 subscribers. So he needs 500 more subscribers to hit his goal. So there's that one. Let me jump back to here. And then we got Jim Rat Crypto wants to hit 5,000 subs. And he's been growing at a pretty regular rate. He's been doing a ton of streams with a ton of different projects. So let's see where he's at. Oh, 4.46. So he's a stone's throw away from hitting his goal, 5,000 subscribers. So that's pretty cool. Let's check chat, see if chat's anyone's any closer. 2020, you got it. So Get Hex has the answer, which is the 19th of November, 2019. Oh, 2020. Sorry. See, it got me thinking that was it. So we'll turn up the music there. So Get Hex, you are definitely one of our 3 winners tonight. You can DM me. I think I've got my email here under banners. Let me see. Maybe not. I'll add that here. So you can reach out to me and let us know if you would like an electronic copy, or if you want a physical paper copy. So it's hextips@gmail.com. That banner. So here you go. This is the Gmail right there. So hit me up and let me know whether you'd like an electronic copy or if you would like a physical copy, and let us know what the address is, or how do they deliver the electronic copies. Could you just email those to people, or do they just go on with a code onto Amazon to get the electronic copy?
I think for the electronic copy, I would just email, or I can pass it to you and you can send it. Doesn't matter. So yeah, I have a file ready in either in PDF or the Kindle formats or Apple Books formats or whatever. There's like 2 or 3 formats. So I can send all of them depending what device you want to read it on. It should be compatible.
Awesome! Look at that. She's losing it. She's so excited. So there's one book down. We have one more. We have 4 viewers. So guys, you've got to get into chat. You've got to type these up. I'm going to ask a strange trivia question. See if anyone can figure out this one. Let's see here. How about this one right here? How many chromosomes are in a cell? How many chromosomes are in a cell? You know, there's someone that's like just going through college right now, and this was their question last week on a test. So let me throw on some more music here, and then we'll keep on going with checking up our scavenger hunt and seeing if we can reveal any more words tonight. Now, NT Fryer wanted 1,000 subscribers on Crypto in the Morning. We're at 389. So that one's got some ways to go. That one might need the bull market to pop that one out of itself. Then we've got we go back real quick and check the next one. Crypto Coffee would like 100 Patreons in his patron group here, and I think he says how many people there are right here in this group. Oh, now here's the interesting thing. It's logged me into his patrons group because I'm a member. I enjoy and appreciated so much of his information that I actually, like I said, I joined his patron group because I like the inside scoop and the extra video. So like, for instance, he did a really amazing video right here saying, should I make this video public? And it was all about the OA. And so we all voted, yeah, share this with everyone else. and that's his awesome video on the OA that he's got out right now. So that's cool. Let's see. We got 5 comments, man. Tin Top says 28, 23. Get Hex says 46. Tin Top says 47. You guys are not going to believe this. Get Hex has won again. I don't. Wait, is it 46 or is it? It is 46. Jeez. So Get Hex has won again. Get Hex, we're going to have you pick someone else from chat to get this one. Since you've already got a book coming your way, let us know who you'd like to get this. It says I was gonna say 23, then cheated and looked. There's nothing wrong with using the internet these days. That's why when the kids are in school, I'm like, why are they teaching them anything? There's like smartphones. So all right, so get Hex, you let us know who you want to gift that to. We got Tin Top, we got Samantha in the chat. So just tell us which one is your favorite child. And you know what? We didn't cover the second part of your question, Mark, about Big Payday. So what happened on Big Payday, Mark?
Well, in short, that was the end of the launch phase of Hex, right? And there was a mechanism there, if I can call it like this, that for the first, I believe, was it 351 days, 352, something like that, the Bitcoiners could claim free Hex if they held Bitcoin and they did all the appropriate stuff over there, interacted with the contract and so on. That Hex would have been automatically staked for a period of time, so they couldn't dump it right away, even if they wanted to. And basically, that the amount of Hex which could have been claimed by Bitcoiners was decreasing, I believe, every week or I'm not sure right now. I can't remember every single detail, but it was decreasing towards the big payday. And then whatever was left unclaimed by November 19, 2020 was distributed to everyone who was staked on that day in a very similar fashion to what was to what the interest does or the yield does every single day, right? Or every time you end the stake. So that's, I think, the shortest, hopefully non-technical explanation of
this. That was pretty technical, but I appreciate that because, yeah, like I said, you had to be staked to get it. And by the way, Get Hex is gifting her winnings to Tin Top. So Tin Top, hit me up at my email account. Just let me know if you want an electronic version or a physical version. If you want a physical version, give us an address, any address, we'll send that to you. And this is Tin Top. The OA pissed off a bunch of non-Hexkins off, is what happened on Big Payday. I was pissed off because what's funny is this is one of the first times that we saw the OA step up as a benevolent dictator and protecting the community. So we're sitting there, and a lot of us, myself included, had these big long stakes because we wanted a big payout. And at the last minute, we noticed that the amount of stakers just soared incredibly. And what happened was people were taking this opportunity to stake for one day so they could get that bonus and dump it. And as the OA, or it seems that as the OA noticed this behavior, the OA also was staking to save us from these dumpers. Because as we know, the OA does not seem to be selling any Hex. And so the OA stepped in, and I saw this, but I just saw that the OA was staking a whole bunch. I didn't realize that it was a defense mechanism. And I started tweeting all this like crybaby stuff about how the OA is greedy and the OA is taking this bonus and the OA already has all these bonuses. And then when I found out that it was actually just to protect us, I felt like a dumbass, really. I felt really foolish, and I went on Twitter and I ate my humble pie and I apologized, said, hey, look, I do not understand what's going on, and I apologize, and this is a good thing. And it turned out to be a great thing for all of us. Our bags were doubled and tripled in one day. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment in Hex history. So thanks for covering that, and that's a really good question. He says we had talked about it and speculated the OA would step in. Right. Well, see, Tin Top is part of a group that's much more intelligent than I was. I was just reacting to it all. All right. So, do you want to go with another hex question, another hex trivia question for the third book? Like, so if we actually see, you have 6 people now that are viewing, meaning like your competition just doubled, folks. Now it is twice as hard to win this third book. So
Right.
we're going to ask a question. First person to type it in chat wins the book, the answer. So, and you're allowed to cheat this time, Samantha. So go ahead and just Google stuff if you want to. Do you want to go with a hex question mark?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do pulse chain question, maybe, since the book is about hex pulse chain and pulse X. And
going deep. We're going deep in the paint, folks. We're going with a pulse chain question. Go ahead, fire away, Mark.
I'll keep it easy this time. You know,
okay.
I just want to see who can get it fast. Okay, so what was the main reason why Richard Hardy decided to work on pulse chain, to create pulse chain? What was the main motivation from the very beginning, right? When he started talking about this.
What's the main motivation behind creating pulse chain, folks? What is the reason? Motivation? This is a very short answer. I don't even think I got it. Boom. I'm going to give it to GTO. GTO gas, and that could mean several things. Oh, dude, Samantha was right behind him. Right behind him. So GTO says gas, and then Samantha says lower gas fees. Both correct. So GTO, you go ahead and get Hex to lower the Gwei. Yes, that's all good answers. So I'm going to put down here GTO, and let me make sure we've all got wrenches hanging out here in chat, except for, of course, Samantha. Samantha, the princess, will remain the gray name in our chat. And GTO, not only did you win a book, dude, you also, or I think you're a dude because I'm seeing a dirt bike in your profile pic, but you're also you're the owner of a fresh new wrench. So double congratulations on that, GTO. And then Tin Top gets S load function gas fees. Oh, he's coming in with like the really, really technical answer. Very nice, very nice. Big brain. Yay, Samantha. Yeah. Well, we got to give it to GTO. GTO, you're the man. So send me your information on whether you want an electronic book or a physical book and how to get that to you. And we will definitely help you with that. That's awesome. Oh, so what's the hottest season in Thailand, Mark?
The hottest season is roughly from March till May. That's what's the local summer, and again, coming down to Celsius, temperatures will reach 40 degrees pretty much almost every single day. It's hot, I can tell you that. I mean, it's the kind of weather that, like, unless it's early morning or late evening, you don't really want to go out and do stuff outside, right? So it's pretty much, aircon at home and, aircon in the car and then aircon in a shopping mall, and you just try to move between locations where you can actually stay indoors in the aircon, because it's not like it's, burning or something, but it's unpleasant, right? It's kind of like, well, try to walk, a mile or something, and then, you're sweating and you feel like you can't breathe and so on. So just like not everyone's cup of tea, for sure. That's not the period I would recommend to come here, for sure, if it's your first trip or first visit.
Do a lot of people have do they kind of turn nocturnal, where they basically kind of like will sleep or rest during the day, if that's a thing, or do they just deal with the heat because they're tough?
Generally, you're right. They kind of turn nocturnal, but in the same time, that's how especially Bangkok works most of the time, right? So you see a lot of activity in the early morning. People are, selling breakfast on the street, buying breakfast, eating breakfast, going to, commuting to their workplaces and so on. And then you mostly see cars. You don't see people because it's getting hot during the day. So not many people are actually outside doing things. And then again, actually the most pleasant and the most interesting time to hang out in Bangkok starts roughly after 5 p.m., sometimes later, because the sun is setting down and the weather is more manageable, and then everyone comes out. Suddenly you have more vendors on the street, more people, everyone's going somewhere, everyone's doing something. So this is the most active part of the day throughout the year, but that's also especially true when it's the hottest, right?
Right. And remind me, what is the name of your Hex Travel site?
It's hextravel.com. I think it's with it's, let me just yeah, it's hex-travel.com.
Hex dash travel. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get your engine search optimization dude on that one, because there's actually a Hex Travel website that shows up before yours.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, hextravel.com with the
Right.
hyphen. If you guys are looking to get away, I really think that you've done a great job with this site. And if you guys are in the balling territory and you guys really want to live it big, the detail and the way that you sell some of this awesome stuff is really, you can tell that you spend a lot of time and you understand not just a lot about people, but about the travel industry, being in it for so many years. And so, let me ask you a quick travel question, if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that I want to come. I'm planning a trip to, yeah, and again, a beautiful frozen face where it looks like I'm angry. I'm arguing in Italian. Um, if I want to plan a trip to Thailand, what should I plan on and what should I bring?
Okay. Um, well, again, it all depends on your personal interests. I'd say I would definitely spend, I would say, 3 nights in Bangkok, just to get a good feel of the city and see some tourist attraction if it's your thing. But even if it's not, it's just like, you could just feel the energy, the vibe of it, and go to some nice places, which are not necessary, top 3 Lonely Planet recommendations or something. And then you have a number of options, right? So Thailand, I think most people who come to Thailand, they will all go for all the tropical islands, which Thailand has plenty of. I don't even know how many, it's like 50 or 60. I personally like maybe 6 or 7, and that's fine with me. I mean, I haven't probably seen them all. So if a great tropical island with white sandy beach and crystal clear water, warm weather is your thing, then there's plenty of them all around here. So I would combine Bangkok with one of the islands, because I mean, if you pick the good ones, if you've seen one of them, then you've seen them all. So you don't really have to do island hopping. Some people do that. Some people like it, so they go in 2 weeks to 5 islands and they just compare them, or do diving or whatever other activities they like to do in the water. And then more inland, then you have not too tall mountains, but they are there in the north, so you could do some hiking, I'd say, in the mountains. There's a lot of national parks and jungles, so with quite nice waterfalls as well. There are some river activities. There's the famous River Kwai here, which was portrayed in many movies, especially war movies during the portraying the World War II and around. So that's also here. So there are some historical monuments, plus there is a jungle. There are some interesting hotels which are like floating wooden houses on the river, which you could stay in and just feel it like when you are in the hotel. Like every time a boat passes, then your house just goes up and down.
How big are the river houses or the river boats that you can stay on?
They depend, right? It depends. Like they can be really budget ones, which would be square meters would be probably, I don't know, 20-25 square meters. Some of them can be quite luxurious as well, with your full private bathroom, aircon, and so on. So it's kind of pretending, right? From the outside, it looks like it's just a traditional wooden house or even a tent sometimes, and you go inside and it's just like looks like a private villa, right? So that's also an option. So I would say in general, big city, which is one of the greatest cities. I think actually this is one of my favorite cities in the world, and that's why I'm actually here. And if you actually look it up, it constantly hits the list, various lists of most popular places, most popular cities, the nicest cities to visit, and so on and so forth. So I think at least once in your lifetime you should go to Bangkok. And then depending on your interests, it could be beaches, islands, nightlife, jungles, mountains, rivers. There's a lot of things to do here for sure. Culture, of course. If you're into Buddhism or you want to understand it more, visiting various temples and Buddha statues and so on. So that's the first part of your question. The second part, what to bring? Well, bring the money, I think, and clothes for warm weather, because it will you'll probably never be cold unless you really go deep in the mountains in the, let's call it, Thai winter, right? So maybe that will be a little bit chilly, but still not. I mean, we don't have any snow here, right? Just to put it into perspective. So
Sure.
Yeah.
That's great. And if someone's visiting for the first time, would you say that a week would be long enough to get a sense of the place? I mean, obviously you're not going to see everything in a week, but how long would you say someone should plan just for their first trip to Thailand?
I would, if that's possible, I would recommend 2 weeks actually, right? I know that for you guys in America, it sounds very long, but holidays for people who are actually working I tend to be short from what I understand. For Europeans, it's a little bit better. It's usually 2-3 weeks, sometimes even 4 weeks on average in Western European companies, right? So that's doable. For 1 week, I would say you could, well, what you could do, like I mentioned, you could do 3 nights in Bangkok, maybe 2 nights, and then spend additional 3, 4, 5 nights on some island, and that's pretty much it. So that would depend, I think, where you're coming from as well, right? I wouldn't go from the US all the way here, because it's last time when I actually was on the on PulseCon, right, in Vegas, it took me roughly 24 hours of flying and spending time at the airports to go back here. So I think kind of makes sense, right? That if you have to fly one way 24 hours and spend a weekend and come back 24 hours, I'm not sure if it's worth it, right? It's
Probably
just
doesn't
like,
feel like a vacation with all that
yeah.
flying.
Yeah, you probably
Yeah.
recover 2-3 days, and then by the time you are in a mood to do something, it's time to start thinking of going back. So a bit too far for a week, I'd say, for you guys. If you happen to be closer, because I don't know, you travel on business, for example, and you are in Singapore or even Dubai or something, then you are from Dubai we are 6 hours away. From Singapore you are 2.5 hours away. Then yeah, sure, 1 week will be better than nothing, right? So that's what I would say.
It sounds like you're trying to talk people into moving there like you did. Like it's like, hey, you might as well just move here, man. And it's very, very tempting. Let's hit the chat here really quick. I want to thank everyone who showed up and hung out. We've got 3 winners, 3 books. It's very generous of you, Mark, to spend your time and offers these books to the audience. I can't thank you enough. And thank you for your time yet again. Tin Top says, wow, 40 and sticky. Can you say nightlife? And then Jen Hex says, I'm in the tropics here, tropo season. G says, I did Pai to Chiang Mai yesterday on my dirt bike. Usually, unusually hot for it. Do you know where Mai and Pai and Chiang Mai are, or Chiang Mai?
Yeah, yes, of
Is
course.
that is
I
that in?
didn't realize GTO is in Thailand. So I mean, get in touch. So if you happen to be in Bangkok, let me know. Let's hang out. Let's chat.
Out here, I think my phone's restarting, but we'll get this back here. And then we have, there we go. There you go. You see it? We're back. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So did you know where is Pai and Chiang Mai? Is that part of Thailand?
Yes. It's in the north. Right? It's about an hour flight from Bangkok. It's a nice route which GTO did. Yeah, it's really cool. A lot of people actually go there to do this kind of stuff. It's either a bike or a car. Bike's probably better for these areas, and you actually go on the very twisty roads all around Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is the second biggest city actually in Thailand, right? Which also is not that big. I think it's about 1.5 million people, maybe 2 million. For comparison, Bangkok is 16 million. So, the difference is quite big here, right?
Tin Top says, "What's the matter, you?" Nice website. I would love to
Thank
see the
you.
temples in the north. Tin Top says, Get Hex says, "You need your social media tabs on the website." Yeah, that would be good if you threw up like your Twitter and your
Good
other
idea.
stuff. If you could jump into that. It says David and Michelle Australia at the bottom. Is this the right one? Yep, that's the one where we got a testimonial at the bottom by those lovely people. And oh, that was a review. SOZ. Yeah, that's a good review. Are there any Boogie Monster restrictions? I'm no jab. And then trying to help Aglet with blue face smiling. Yeah, are there required to be vaccinated or bring a card to get into Thailand right now?
No, there are no restrictions anymore. They were removed, I think, roughly 6 months ago or 8. There was a little bit of scare when China was reopening, I think about a month ago, and they, in a typical Thai fashion, first they didn't want to do anything. Then they decided they said they cannot discriminate Chinese to only make some restrictions for them or force them to show any documents. Then they decided they will require vaccination cards from everyone. A lot of people canceled holidays from all over the world because they were in tip-top situation as well. They didn't have anything, and then they had a flight in 3 days or something, so they couldn't make it. And a day later, Thai government changed its mind again and decided, okay, no restrictions for anybody, and that's it. So you can just come in without any documentation, just a return ticket.
Awesome. Like I said, I appreciate your work in the bear market. When the bull market comes, it comes fast, and we're not gonna have a chance to catch our breath once this market actually starts pumping into the next bull wave. So yeah, get ready for a bunch of these books flying off the shelf. Thank you for showing up. And thanks for everyone coming and hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. And it's always good talking to you, Mark, and getting more information about travel and what's going on. So reach out. Let me know anytime you want to come on. We'll do a stream and we'll just keep going. And I'm going to try to add that the 100 book sales here. So let me know where make a note of where you're at now, and when you hit 100 more book sales, then reach out. We'll do a stream. We'll do another seed word, and to celebrate you awesome people for being here in the middle of the night, I'm gonna throw up one more of these words, one more of the seed words. So let me find one right here. Oh, this is a great one right here. We'll use this one right there. So this is one of the seed words. So the first one is neglect. And here is the second one in chat. So first one's neglect. The second revealed word of this next pot is tribe. So tribe and neglect, you guys now have 2 of the 12 seed words to that little pile of money, which, I mean, shoot, if you get $200 in this bear market and you invest it in something like Hex or another wonderful pulse chain thing starting up, that can be a silly amount of money one day. Right, Mark?
Correct. Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks again for being here, guys. Thank you very much, Mark. You're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for having
guys.
me. Let's be in touch.
Yeah. Stay in touch and enjoy that nice warm weather while we're shoveling the snow out of our driveways in North America.
All right.
Awesome. Love you guys. And thanks again, Mark. And we'll see you guys later.